Hey guys, it's been a little while, but I came up with a new thing. Live web server. Now, I had to use a little bit of our ChatGPT for some of this, but I'll tell you how this works. So this uses the Wi-Fi S3 header. So the way you would get hold of that is you go to include library. Mind you, this is Arduino IDE 2.0. So you go to library. You would go down here for Wi-Fi S3. The way you would get it is if you have a Arduino S4 Uno or Arduino Uno S4 Wi-Fi, and you would be able to go to Sketch, Manage Library, Include Library, and it would be here. So if you're ever interested in that. So basically, this is what it kind of does. So using Wi-Fi S3, you have a couple class objects. This is important. This is the port. This is going to start the server with port 80, so that's going to be an HTTP. And this is for count. So what I was working with is this. So when I press a button, it'll change on the next refresh. So let's keep going here. So really what's important is this. Where you at? So every time I run my code, what happens is you'll see you have your pin mode. So this is going to be how you you get the button input. So this goes to ground, so because it starts high. Serial begin. This makes sure that if there's, as for the baud rate, serial print in ln, you get this. So the reason why this is here is because every time I would try to connect to create the web server, it would actually not work because it would what's the word? The Wi-Fi would basically think I'm already in it, so it wouldn't reconnect. So I have to disconnect first. This is to make sure that if there's any issues with the Wi-Fi coming in, you just have a delay so that it fully disconnects before anything. You have your status, Wi-Fi status is to check. There's like 6 statuses. Oh, you can't have that happen. That is to make sure that no one sees my IP. You guys are not gonna see that. So this kind of is useless. It hasn't done anything. This is. Oh, by the way, millis is kind of hard to work with, but this is how you use it. So you do millis minus start time, less than time, than the amount of milliseconds you want. Millis is the function that prints the amount of time since the actual Wi-Fi, the board has been running, so that's always useful. This is if the WL connected isn't true, so I kind of don't know what that would be used for because it's gonna be false at first. I don't know. So basically, this is how this works. So for your local IP, which is going to be your board's IP address, you're going to use wifi.localip. And this is where the server begins. So you use server.begin, which is the object of the header. So this is just to allow me to have a single button press for the count. So that'll change every second or every time I press the button. So this allows you to basically change the button state so that it goes from high to low, so it's not going to repeat. Wi-Fi client equals server available. I don't really know what that does, so yeah. I use a little bit of ChatGPT for this, but I don't know what that is either. But basically, this is what was really interesting. Without having a refresh, the count would not change. So what happens, what they recommended, and they did, is basically they refreshed the whole page every second. This is the title of the page. And this is how they made the client.print. It was a paragraph tag plus string count and it uses string because Arduino IDE sucks, and this is your, the tag ends. So yeah, so this is also important. The client.stop disconnects the client for every new time you connect, because you would have issues with memory. The ESP32 on the Arduino board has like nothing, so it's always good to do that. And since it's a loop, it's not a loop, so basically it'll check the client's connected. If it's connected, it'll do this, and then it will break and it'll go away. So, but you're still able to view the page. It's just refreshing every time. So yeah, that's just kind of it. Just wanted to show you something I'm working on. I wanted to create I was interested in creating a server for Minecraft. I used to play a lot of Minecraft, but I still do. I'm thinking about using a Raspberry Pi, or just straight up just getting a new tower and just running Linux, and then using OpenBSD for that, because I know OpenBSD is the greatest server OS ever. We'll see how that happens. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. It's a little project, so I'll post the code in the description, so if anyone wants to take a look at it, yeah. But yeah, that's all. Have a good one, guys.